Here's my presentation for today entitled Combating Corruption in the Philippines, a policy proposal for transparent and accountable governance. So, what is corruption? Corruption, dishonest or unethical behavior, especially by powerful people such as government officials or officers. Corruption is very rampant in the Philippines. Corruption is the abuse of power or authority for personal gain, often at the expense of fairness, justice, and the public interest. It continues to undermine good governance and public trust, as seen in the recent controversies involving confidential intelligence funds and aligned irregularities in flood control projects. Billions of passes have been allocated for these programs, yet concerns have been raised over transparency, accountability, and whether public funds were used effectively. Allegations involving overpriced, substandard, or even non-existent flood control projects have intensified public demands for stronger oversight and accountability, especially as many communities continue to suffer from severe flooding despite large government expenditures. But for Filipinos, corruption is failure in governance. It occurs when public officers abuse their power in or misuse public funds for personal gain instead of serving public. Corruption wastes the taxes paid by the hardworking Filipinos. Diverting the money should be used for quality education, healthcare infrastructure, disaster preparedness, and other essential public services. As a result, public trust into government declines, development is slowed, and ordinary citizens continue to bear the burden of poor governance and inadequate services. Corruption can be bribery, nepotism, embezzlement, fraud, and abuse of power. History of corruption in Philippine context. Spanish colonization, 15th century to 18th century, Spanish rules exploit Filipinos pocketing labor fees while practicing bravery to ensure royal inspectors' approval. On American administration, 1898 to 1946, modern system of political patronage, elite favoritism, and institutionalized nepotism, tolerating financial misneeds of local leaders. On Marcos Sr.'s dictatorship, 1972 to 1981, the dictatorship dismantled traditional businesses and handed exclusive controls of vital industries like sugar and coconut to close associates who pocketed specialized farmers' taxes to build private empires. On our present time, 2020 to 2026, the Philippines has continuously scored poorly on Transparency International Corruption Perceptions Index. The corruption dropped to a low score of 32 out of 100, ranking 120th globally, remaining well below the global average of public sector's integrity. Corruption is a global issue. Corruption acts as a direct barrier to achieving the United Nations SDGs, which is the SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, SDG 1, low poverty, SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, SDG 10, reduce inequalities. When corruption penetrates a society, it acts like a systematic disease, weakening institutions, draining resources, and direct harming the most vulnerable citizens. What can we do? National Digital Transparency and Accountability Program, NDTAAP. 1. Mandatory digital procurement. Mandatory online transaction. Moving government services online can reduce corruption by limiting opportunities for bravery and abuse. 2. Reducing human discretion. Automated workflows process application based on the standard rules, making it harder for officials to delay prioritize requests unfairly. 3. Allowing the public to monitor government projects. Public access to project information help prevent misuse of government funds and improve accountability. Allowing public to monitor government projects. 1. Real-time project monitoring. Tools like GPS, geotag photos, and the Department of Budget and Management's project and DEEM help verify whether infrastructure projects are actually being completed. Mandatory anti-corruption education. Building a culture of integrity starts with education. Anti-corruption lessons should be integrated into schools and government training programs to help individuals understand the importance of honesty, accountability, and services. Project areas, ethics, good governance, civic knowledge, and responsibilities. Expected outcomes. Less corruption, digital systems, stronger monitoring, and better accountability reduce opportunities for bribery, fraud, and misuse of public funds. Faster government services, online transaction, and automated process shorten process times and make public services more efficient. Greater transparency, public access to government information and spending allows citizens to monitor projects and hold officials accountable. Higher investor confidence. Transparent and efficient governance create a more stable business environment, encouraging local and foreign investment. Strong public trust. When government services are fair, transparent, and accountable, citizens are more likely to trust public institutions. Faster progress towards the SDGs. Reduce corruption ensures that public resources are used effectively, supporting the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. What is your role? Tumindig para sa bayan lagit lagi. Stand up for the nation always. Stop being silent while corruption steals the future of every Filipino. Get involved, learn the law, understand the issues, demand transparency and accountability for those in power. Our taxes should be build schools, hospital, roads, and flood control system, not be wasted through corruption and abuse of public trust. Vote with your conscience, not with blindness, loyalty. Do not be swayed by fame, celebrity status, political dynasties, or empty promises. Choose leaders because they have integrity, competence, and a proven commitment to serving the Filipino people. Every careless vote has consequences, and every informed vote has the power to change the nation. The Philippines deserve leaders who serve the people, not themselves. That's all for today, and here's the references of my PPT.